Hello? Oh, there's no music. Wait, no, this is just my volume. There's no music, I guess, on this. But, so, some people are going to want to know my opinions on Nakwall, and you can probably see them coming from a mile away. So, let's just read the first sentence. Nakwall is a fire elemental ranger who can continuously prevent the enemy from taking action with her bind and seal effects. That first sentence is pretty much the epitome of this unit. You will not play the game if she is on the other side of the battlefield. You just will not. I hope you get very attached to your unit's S1s because that is all they will be able to do before you die, a very quick and painful death. So, let's read her skills. So, S1 attacks the enemy with a brush with a 60% up to 75% chance to silence for 1 turn. After attacking, if the target is affected with silence, decrease combat readiness by 20%. Now, where have I heard that before? I think it's probably from the incredibly fair unit, Angel of Light Angelica, one of everyone's favorite units to play with and against. Okay, that's fine though. Surely the S2 won't be that bad. So the S2 seals the enemy for 2 turns before attacking and increases speed of the caster for 2 turns. 2 turns. What is the cooldown of this skill? 2 turns. This unit will have a perpetual seal and speed buff. Seal on one of your units, speed buff on herself. That seems very fair, doesn't it? A 290 plus speed unit getting a speed buff constantly and being able to turn one of your units just off completely? Perfectly reasonable. What about her S3 though? Let's just read the After Awakening one. Attacks all enemies with a powerful spell, dispelling all buffs before inflicting bind for 2 turns and increasing skill cooldowns by 1 turn. Grants an extra turn to the caster so you can, get a speed buff and seal them. What could possibly be the soul burn of this skill? Let's look. Ignores ER. Great. I hope you enjoy all of your 250 plus ER units because they are useless. They are worthless. This unit does exactly what Lua does if Lua was also AOL and was also Archdemon Mercedes and was also Astromancer Elena, because what does bind do? When it is not the bearer's turn, the bearer cannot act, which means counterattacks are turned off. Seemingly, Ed could be turned off if they seal him first, but that doesn't matter. If they have another debuff on him and they put bearer on him or a bind, he can't do his extra attack because he can't act. This shuts off almost every single unit in the game. Her S2 and her S3 shut off about every single unit in the game. You cannot bypass this with ER. Oh, well, let's just ban their book. They've banned Bellion. They'll pick 2 books, and then you lose. Because the only quote-unquote counter to this is Bunny Dom, and that is very, very tentative, and only if they do not have Soulburn, which they will, because, who needs actually land skills when you could just soul burn and land them 100% of the time? This unit is unhealthy. This unit is game breaking. This unit is burnout inducing. This unit is pain. This unit is it will be the downfall of this game if they do not fix her or very quickly come out with someone who can turn them around. Because of all of the units that can, get cooldowns back, the best one we have is Dingo. And if you're playing Dingo, you're probably already losing because you're playing Dingo. So we need an, ironically, ice unit to save us from this that A, cannot be reset, and B, can reset cooldowns. An AoE Iceria. That is what we need. This unit is horrifying. I hesitate to call her bad because she's too good. This is like inviting a dictator into the game. You will either, because there's only 2 pre-bans, have to face AOL or Lua or Nakwall. You cannot get rid of all 3. You will have to face one of them. And by God, you better be hyper prepared to face one of them. Ironically, out of the 3, AOL is probably the best one to face against, even though facing her is a horrible, toxic experience. So, my thoughts on this unit? It is a must pull. It is better than most limited units and or Moonlight units. This unit is a monster that should not be introduced to this game. There is no arguing against that fact. If someone says otherwise, they either don't play RTA or have no idea what units do. Because she's also a ranger. So she can just hold Guiding Light and you can never target her ever before she takes her turn. And you know those MLK Ron and ML Ken buffs that are coming out? Guess who immediately nullifies them? She killed them both on arrival. So I hope you enjoy using your ML Ken because she will just shut him off. And now, this RGB unit is better than Astromancer Elena, who I have sunk resources into and is now 100% obsolete. This unit is not okay. This unit is a problem. This unit exemplifies everything that we saw in the World Championship with Lua being pre-banned 100% of the time, or roughly 88% of the time, depending on how they do their math. This is just another one of her, but worse in every single way. This unit will kill you. This unit will be pre-banned into oblivion because it is unfun. And that's saying a lot considering the menace of salt we just got introduced to. This unit is not okay. Those are my thoughts. This unit should not exist. This unit should never have existed. This unit should not be allowed to have this kit. This kit should not exist. The unit can exist, sure. Nakwall herself, sure. Give her a different kit. Let her do literally anything but what is on this page. It is not okay. It is an abomination. I have no other words for this unit. Be scared, because this unit will ruin everything.